Hello, my name is Miles Rauhorst, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my experience with Magic Bus and the LTAC Leadership Through Action Challenge. I'm 22 years old from Grand Rapids, Michigan, USA. I'm a senior at Central Michigan University. I am triple major in anthropology, history, and cultural and global studies. At CMU, I'm in the Student Government Association, which I represent the Anthropology Society. Within SGA, I'm in the Sustainability Committee and the Off-Campus Recycling Subcommittee. I'm also involved in many other organizations on campus, like Student Environment Alliance, Take Back the Tap, Divest CMU, and many more. Overall, I'm aspiring to be a cultural anthropologist, but I'm also a strong, passionate environmental, human, and animal rights activist, which I go to many protests around the White House and all across the states. So, over a year ago, I was really interested in studying abroad, and I really wanted to study abroad in India, because I've always been really fascinated with India, the culture, the religious, the linguistic diversity, the food, the music, the geography, everything. It just fascinates me, and I really want to experience the wonders India has to offer. So there's two main reasons why I decided not to study abroad. The first is, I really didn't want to be stuck in a library doing homework all day and focusing only on exams. And the second main reason is I noticed when I was looking at study abroad programs, you could spend time on the weekends or whatnot, helping out local nonprofits, NGOs, volunteering to help people. And I realized, that's what I want to do. That's the experience I want. I really want to help people. I want to give back. I want to do something more than myself. I want an everlasting experience. So then I searched on the internet, nonprofits in India. And through my search, I found Magic Bus. And when I was looking through Magic Bus website, I was just ecstatic. They accommodate everything that I want to do. The message, the mentoring, the leadership, what they do, everything is really what I wanted to do. So as I'm further looking through the website, I found the LTAC, the Leadership Through Action Challenge, which they were advertising. And by then, I'm just jumping for joy. This is everything I want to do. So I turned in the application, sent in my resume, and before I know it, I'm doing interviews via email and Skype, and then before I know it, it's summer and I'm backpacking across Europe. I make a stop in Amman, Jordan, the Middle East, and then I'm in Mumbai, India, starting the challenge, and it was just incredible. So what is Magic Bus? Magic Bus is an organization that reaches out to children all across India. It promotes educational empowerment, gender equality, leadership, and a whole barrage of life skills to help better their situation and give them motivation and endurance and confidence that they can and will change their situation. Because many of these children come from poverty-stricken villages, communities, slums, and Magic Bus really helps them to instill that, they can do anything, that they can not only help their families, they can get education, they can be part of Magic Bus, but they can follow their dreams, follow their passions, and do anything they want. And Magic Bus inspired these life skills, these qualities, this leadership through sports and activities. So Magic Bus was founded in 1999 by Matthew Spacey. Matthew Spacey first started off working with young adults and adults playing rugby, and he was teaching a lot of these skills. But he realized is that many of these people that he was working with, kind of lost hope, lost motivation, they kind of strayed away. And he realized that, he has to instill these messages of life skills, of leadership, endurance, integrity, motivation at a younger age. So that's when they created Magic Bus, to have a program that's like 10 years long so that children can grow up through Magic Bus and, culminate all these skills throughout their whole life. And part of Magic Bus is a mentoring system. So each community, slum, village, has a community leader. That community leader is trained in the skills and activities that Magic Bus teaches, so that they can be at the rock, so they can help host these Magic Bus sessions, these weekly sessions. Magic Bus is one of the largest mentoring charities in Asia and the world. in which besides helping out these children in these Magic Bus sessions, they also do many projects all across India, various projects, and various funding projects all across the world. They have offices in the US, they have offices in the UK, Germany, and Singapore. So Magic Bus is really inspiring to change the life not only of children in India, but reach out to all children in the world and really expand this message, this mentoring system, this system through sports and activities that's really has proven to be effective. So what is the LTAC? The LTAC, the Leadership Through Action Challenge, is an experience offered through Magic Bus, which allows an international presence to not only experience what Magic Bus does and how they help children all around the world, but also to focus on leadership and when to be a leader, how to be a leader, and what a leader really is. So the LTAC program is broken up in the city of Mumbai and then the center out in the jungle. So in the city, when you're in the city, you get to do community visits in the slums, the villages, and communities, which you get to sit in and help with Magic Bus sessions and work with children. And you also get to experience going to the headquarters to see how Magic Bus operates internally, how they fund, how they work, all the logistics. The other portion, which is in the jungle at the center, the center is set up like a summer camp. It's like a compound full of dormitories, dining halls, technical centers, and it has all types of activities available. It's a giant football pitch, awesome, cool hedges that spell out Magic Bus. There's a river you get to go fishing, and there's jungle, and then there's a giant mountain that you see, and you actually get to climb that mountain, which is incredible. And all over the Magic Bus compound, there's rock climbing walls, there's zip lines, there's rope rappelling walls, there's all kinds of obstacle courses, volleyball courts, all these different entities that allow you to practice and enhance your leadership skills. So in the LTAC challenge, you get an experience to travel around different communities, help at schools. We got to paint a mural on schools' walls. We got to help with kids play games. We got to dig trenches for a local village, to fill up with water so they could have water. Like I said, we got to climb a mountain. You first get to go up trekking up halfway up the mountain. There's a village there that you can spend time with and help out with. We actually got the great experience of planting rice, which is a great lesson. Standing knee deep in a rice paddy, putting every stalk of rice in was incredible. It was really awesome to help out, and really a good lesson to not waste rice, because I know exactly how much work it goes into it. But yeah, we actually got to climb the rest of the way up to the mountain. Started off just like the trek it was to get halfway up, and then got a little vertical, in which we actually had a full-blown rock climb. And that's another really experience of the LTAC and the Magic Bus program, is that environment is another strong factor in doing activities and being a leader. It's something that you often can't control. Like when we trekked up the mountain, and it's monsoon season, so we're trying to rock climb it up the mountain, looking down and water spraying in our face constantly. It was scary, but it was an experience that really pushes yourself, and you really gotta dig deep and keep moving. But at no time we're not in safety. Safety is another one priority at the center when it becomes with doing all the activities, rope swinging, rappelling, all that. Safety is very, very important. You go over the steps and everything. So when we were climbing the mountain, even looking down and thinking I could fall for hours, and really I was, complete good hands. I was with Pinku, Sudeep, Reina, and they're all experienced climbers. Me and the rest of the LTACies, we were scared, but they kept reassuring us, kept going through strategies, leadership, training, and really focusing that, we can do this, we can work together, that no matter how scary it was climbing the mountain, there's rickety ladders we were climbing up, little ropes we were climbing up, but, once we got to the top, it was like a phenomenal experience, that, I've came to India and I climbed a mountain, it's a big mountain, it's a mountain, and, it was a great experience, and it was even more of an experience coming down. But overall, the LTAC experience is very moving. So another great thing about doing the community visits is you get to use the Mumbai rail system, the train, at CSD and a couple other local train stations, which is a blast. They're always filled with thousands of people during rush hour, and it's just jam-packed. Everyone's going every different direction, and it's awesome. And you first gotta get your ticket. You gotta figure out where you're gonna what line to take, where you're gonna get off, and then when you get by the platforms, you gotta figure out what platform to take, because there's far too many, and every time you ask the locals, they all say different things. So you gotta make sure you're getting on the right train, which is a little rush. And the overall experience of the train is awesome. You can hang out the side doors, see all of Mumbai, the rush of the wind at you. It's I really enjoyed every time we took the train, and which you will do a lot. So look forward to it. And also, it was like a great time for a bonding experience. Me and the other LTAC members, got to chat, get to know each other, along with Alex and Kat, who helped done so much for this program, and also Pinku and Reina, they came along to a lot of visits, and great to chat with them. Pinku is he's like a big brother figure, always caring, always thinking about other people, and Reina, she's amazing as well, and it's really awesome. The train experience in Mumbai is like none I've had before. I've been in the subway in New York, the high rise in Chicago, the Eurostar in Europe, all over Italy, Greece. I've been in a lot of trains, but none of them have compared to the Mumbai experience. So really look forward to that, and it's really prepared me for my travels later on. After the LTAC, I went to Jaipur and other parts of Rajasthan, and then I went to Delhi and Agra, and really helped gain a little experience before because after that I was by myself, so it really helped out. And the training experience, is like none other. Really look forward to it. So towards the end of the LTAC challenge, you get to create your own itinerary with the rest of the LTACs, and basically culminate all the skills you've learned from leadership and skills from Magic Bus. So the reason why Magic Bus kind of got its name is because they'd bring a bus to these communities and then bring them to the center, and the kids would call it Magic Bus because it was the magic bus that could bring them away from their troubles and tribulations, and they could have fun and learn all these awesome skills. And this day of helping all these children through all these activities is awesome. You're in charge, so there's a lot of pressure to run these activities and make sure they go smoothly, and make sure all the kids are involved, and make sure you instill all these messages. But it's a great experience to hone and present the skills that you have, that not only you can take charge and run the day's events, but make sure that every single one of those kids becomes a leader as well, because that's one of the main focuses of the LTAC challenge is when to be a leader and when not to be a leader. A leader is not someone that just barks orders, they're the boss or the manager. That's not the point of a leader. A leader is someone that has the foundation of what we're doing, the parameters, to understand what's going on. But the main focus of a leader is creating leaders in every single one. So if you have a group of 10, 20, or 3 people, the point of the leader is to make every single one of those persons a leader. So then when we break off and they go into their own ventures or activities, they can instill those messages into other people that they encounter. So at the end of the LTAC challenge, you do the final test, which is basically a culmination of everything you've learned, and it's an all-day challenge where you go through the center and you do obstacles, you do activities, you do puzzles, you do team building exercises, and basically it's an all-day process that you and the rest of the LTACs, try to complete, and really work together and really harness everything you've learned throughout your time spent doing the LTAC challenge. And one of the main things of Magic Bus is evaluation. So during the LTAC challenge, every night, before we went to sleep, we would meet together and we talk about, everything that went right and everything went wrong, and really, analyze how we can build, how we can, not make the same mistakes, or, what things we could have done better, if, we let someone else, take too much charge and other people weren't have time to shine, really evaluate, what we did that day and or the day before, or just overall, evaluation of ourselves and of each other, so we can like, keep track of, our progress and, our faults and, change them. So this final test, we really had to like think back of everything we talked about, everything that, we went over of what to do differently, and it was an enduring challenge, and once again, it was monsoon, so a lot of the activities, were getting wet, but it was great. It was awesome because a lot of the faculty got involved. We played a bunch of games, and it really pushed us, and the final challenge, it was really, really rewarding, once we finished, and like I said, I'm not gonna give away too many of the details of the final, but it's something great to look forward to, and I suggest, you really push yourself. It's the final test, it's really an opportunity to, like, show to yourself and to show to your others, everything you've learned, the leadership, the teamwork, this endurance, everything. It's a really great way to like release everything you've learned. I really hope that if you do the challenge, the final test, give it your all. So my overall experience with Magic Bus and the LTAC Leadership Through Action Challenge, is really life changing to me. And I sincerely say that because, it really solidified my goal, my dream, of spending the rest of my life helping people. It really solidified that, I can do that. I can make a difference in people's lives. I can better myself through that. I can become so much more than, superficial or materialistic or commercial or celebrity things. I can have a life so fulfilling of, more than what I ever expected. And Magic Bus has really helped me to, release my fears and release my strengths, release my passions, all in this challenge, and I'm really grateful for such an experience, and part of the LTAC challenge and Magic Bus and coming to the other side of the world, you meet so many fantastic people, you meet so many people that like I am truly indebted and honored to meet. These are such amazing people of what they've done and how much time they spent with us, really have great conversation with us, get to know us, become part of their family, and whether it be, the other LTACs, Chris, Carmelo, Raji, or the LTAC, leaders, Kat, Pinku, Reina, all of them really, helped me better myself, and make me realize, all of my strengths, all my weaknesses, really push me, and additional to them, are the staff, the Magic Bus staff at the center and in the city. They're phenomenal. They and at the center they would, share chai and laughs with you. They would really get to know you. They play games, in the evenings, and security guards would just always have laughs, and they'd all really come play volleyball together, just really have a great time, and they always say, like when you travel, you leave parts of your heart places, and I know for a fact I've left a huge chunk of my heart in India, and it's such great motivation for me to, continue my work with, helping people and, experiencing great things, and I'm truly humbled, to meet all these people. And another great person, meet is Rob. He's the head of the Magic Bus Center, and, he's skilled in so many variety of things, and he's truly amazing. He really spent a lot of time with us, even though he had some trouble and, busy with some issues with his visa and some worried about other things, but he made so much time to come and spend time with us, and show us things and teach us lessons and, tell stories, and I'm truly grateful for that as well, and he really helped, inspire and teach, Kat, Alex, Pinku, Sudeep, Reina, and all the rest of the staff and everyone, that you can be everything you want. It's, everything is limitless. You can truly push yourself to be anything you want to be. There's no obstacles, there's no entities that can slow you down, and I'm truly grateful for that. And he spent personal time with me, talking about, my own goals, my own ambitions, whether it be at, university or, anything. He really spent time to, to help us out, and that was fantastic. It's fantastic to see such a figure, taking the time to, mentor us and, give us feedback of our own, ideas and everything. It was really awesome. And, doing and visiting so many communities, working with children, every single one of the kids, will just make you laugh hysterically. They're all so energetic, you know what I mean? They always just want to have fun, there's no way you can be around these kids and just be like, bored. They're just such filled with passion, you know what I mean? Like every dull moment, I find myself just, dancing with them, just having a great time, and with all the other community leaders, they're just truly inspiring. Gorang, he's a product of Magic Bus. I met him and he's phenomenal. He works with kids, and the way he transforms and when he does activities is just awing, and inspiring to be like him. And like I said, he's a product of Magic Bus. He goes to school, he works with Magic Bus, and he started his own organization, Lahare, working with, girls, promoting his own, organization, working with, girls playing football in his community, and he's done all of that all at once, and it really shows this process of Magic Bus, it works, you know what I mean, and it shows that you can do a million things at once, and every single one of them will be fantastic, you know what I mean, and Parvati is another great example of that, and like I said, when you're doing these, community visits and meeting these people, they're just, it's hard not to just like be in awe. They're such great people. Every day they have a smile on their face. Their endurance they have. No matter how like hardships they have. You know what I mean? And it's it really humbles yourself. And it's fantastic. And one of the visits I did was with Syra. She was a friend of the staff of Magic Bus, and before visiting her, I knew that they told me that her daughter took her own life a year or so before I came, and when we went to her home and had chai and cookies, and we just had laughs, and you'd never expect something so tragic happened to her, because she was so resilient. She kept this enduring mentality, and she was just so focused on giving us hospitality, and giving us a good time, and she was truly an amazing woman, a life-changing person that I've met, and actually when we were leaving, she took the ring off her hand, and put it on mine, and I wear this ring every day since, and, it was just, she gave it to me as a reminder of herself, but like I remind myself of her, her inspiration, the way she, endures, the way that's every day is a new day to better yourself, to be happy, to help others above all, and meeting these people is just phenomenal. It means so much to me, and I feel so rewarded, because I knew going in this experience that I would meet amazing people, but I'd never expect to gain such amazing family. I actually they are family to me. They made an impact on me like no other, and I'm truly grateful to meet every one of them, and if you do this challenge, you will too, you'll meet people that will have a lasting impact forever, and it's incredible. So now I challenge you, I challenge you to do the LTAC, the Leadership Through Action Challenge. I challenge you to push yourself beyond belief. I challenge you to make the journey from wherever you're from across the world to India, work with Magic Bus, learn how Magic Bus, affects so many lives around the world, and take what they teach and, let it culminate in yourself, because forever I will consider myself a product of Magic Bus, no matter how much, you learn what they do and what the LTAC has taught you, all those things will become you, you know what I mean, and it'll change the rest of your life. There's not a day that I don't use a skill or a lesson or something that I've learned from Magic Bus and the LTAC every day of my life, whether it be at university or just every day, and I'm truly grateful for the experience, and I challenge you to have the experience, I challenge you to dedicate your life to something more, I challenge you to help people, I challenge you, to push yourself farther than you ever can believe, mentally, physically, push yourself beyond belief, that you can be anything you want to be, that, this experience, the LTAC, will create another person you never thought you could be. The LTAC has become so much more than just a program. It's become an experience of my life that I'm deeply thankful for, but I can compare like no other. This is a once in a life opportunity that you will do. And it's worth all of it. You know what I mean? And I challenge you to step out of your comfort zone. There's gonna be times during this challenge where you're gonna either might be scared, you might be fearful. Whether it be just physically or emotionally or mentally. If you're afraid of talking in front of others, afraid of leading, afraid of having all eyes on you. This experience is I want you to give it your all. I want you to push yourself, and if you just come there with a narrow mind and come and bring all your baggage with you, your baggage of no's. If you, I suggest you come here with yes, yes, yes. Like do everything that the challenge asks for you, and if you complete everything, you will be an entirely different person, because there's no way that this experience won't change you. This is a life-changing experience. Like I said, the people you meet, the obstacles and the adventures and the activities you do will just change you. And I really challenge you to do this challenge. To do the LTAC Leadership Through Action challenge. I challenge you to better yourself through helping others. I challenge you to make the great adventure. And I sincerely believe that this will have a lasting impact on you. I've seen the impact it has on these kids. I've literally looked in their face, while we're doing these Magic Bus sessions. I've seen the light bulb flicker. I've seen the connection, they make from doing the activity and taking the lesson, putting them together and putting it in themselves, to make themselves better, and to realize that any one of their dreams can come true. That and it's phenomenal to be able to watch these kids, put this stuff together and change their lives. It's incredible. But you must remember, these experiences will change their lives, but it'll change your life just as much. You're not there just to watch these lessons and these leadership and these activities occur. You're there to participate too. You're there to make a difference. You're there to make a difference in yourself. And I 100% believe that you can be a completely different person in all the best ways possible. So I really do challenge you, to do this. This is something that is an experience that I can compare to no other. Whether it be the community visits, all the activities we did, climbing a mountain, all the people you meet, everything, and this is amazing. It is rigorous. You'll be pushed every single day. Every day, from early morning until late at night, you'd be going. All day long, every single day, you'd be doing stuff nonstop. But every single moment is crucial. Every crucial moment, you're absorbing everything. All the lessons, all your surroundings, everything. And I truly believe that this organization, this program is phenomenal. I've seen it put to its test, and I've seen it, surpass any expectations I even try to put on it. It's what this organization, what this program does is completely change lives, and it will change your life too. So I challenge you, I challenge you to make this challenge, and I sincerely hope you do it, and I thank you so much for your time and listening to me, and take care and best of luck in all your current and future endeavors. Thank you.